Hi, I thought that I would make a video to help you guys go through my class so that you can understand how it's laid out. So as you can see here, I have everything in modules. So you can look at your syllabus link, but then I just have everything under modules. So I would read through the course syllabus first, and then I would go into modules, and this is where you're going to do all of your work. So today there's something due. It's our first assignments. So I'm asking you to take a practice quiz about the syllabus, and the reason why I designed this is so that you know what the requirements are for this class, because I know that you have like very diverse lives, you have all different classes that have different requirements. So it's my way of like solidifying like, hey, we have book quizzes, we have lecture quizzes, there's a lot of extra credit in here, but there are specific due dates, this is when the answers pop up, so on and so forth. So you can take this practice quiz a couple times, I think. I can't remember exactly how many, 2 attempts, yep, so you can take it 2 times. Then also how to do well in this class. I give you just a little write-up on like, hey, if I was approaching this class, this is how I would do it. Maybe you want to read through that link. And then what I need you to do is I want you to make a plan of action of how you're going to prepare for my class. So first of all, what grade are you hoping for? And then I would like you to tell me your weekly schedule. Like for example, my weekly schedule for doing schoolwork is I get up early in the morning and I do it first thing, and then I go throughout my day, and that's what I do. And I schedule time every single day of the week, every single day, just smaller bits of time, because I don't like to work for hours and hours and hours. So about 2 hours a day for all of my coursework every single day of the week seems to work for my load. But then maybe you could tell me like you definitely don't need that much for my class, but maybe I think like 30 minutes a day for my class, 7 days a week would be acceptable. And so if you didn't want to do 7 days a week, you could just tell me, no, I'm going to do an hour and a half on Monday and an hour and a half on Wednesday. And I'm planning on doing the extra credit. I'm going to make sure I do it before the test. Maybe I'm going to do the book quiz as soon as I open the modules, or maybe you're going to tell me I'm going to listen to the modules before doing the book quiz. That's the kind of information that I'm looking for there. Okay, now before I end this little lecture here, is I just want to help you understand like the way I've set up the course. So I know that there's many different learning styles, and online learning sometimes can be especially challenging. So I made 6 modules. So even though there's 9 different lecture chunks, there's 6 particular modules. So for the first 3, I'm just going over 1 chapter. And the reason is because it's the core of neuroscience. If I go slow on this and lay the foundation really, really well, then it's solid. And you can build the rest of your education in neuroscience on that. But if I go through this foundation quickly, then I feel like it's not going to support the kind of scaffolds that you need later in your educational career. So I go really slow here. So we go 3 chapters, 1 chapter per module. Then on the last modules, the last 3 modules, you have 2 chapters per module. Okay, so in each module, you have to take an open book test that's untimed. So if you wanted to, you could open it as soon as, that's why I put it like in the front. You can open it as soon as you start unlocking things. So look, do you see how it says complete all items here? That's because you have to click on, each link through. Okay, so I'd have to go here first, and then I could go to the next person, the next link, before it will open. So what I'm saying is you have to go through each link to get the next link open. Okay, just so you know that that's how it works. But let me go back to modules. So when it looks grayed out like that, it means that you haven't done the ones that you were supposed to do first. And I do it so that you do things in order. Okay, so So you have an open book quiz. I give you the first chapter in case you haven't gotten your textbook yet. And then you're listening to these lectures. Now, I know some of you take one look at this and like, oh my gosh, there's so many lectures. That's so overwhelming. But the thing is like I had to choose between giving long lectures or breaking it down into small parts that people could do just on their lunch break or as they're driving to work. And so what I chose to do just like little short segments so that if you wanted to do more at a time, you could, but that they're broken into little segments for you. And also, I have review sheets, and so I'm figuring like if you listen to this segment, then you can go look on the review sheet and you could fill it in. And then do this little segment, then look on the review sheet and fill it in. And then this, you understand. Okay, so for each of the modules, you have to get 60 points. So I believe 35 points or 30 points, I can't remember because every class is different, is from the lecture test. And then there's 10 points from the book quizzes a lot of times. And then there's some probably discussion points. And then, so those will like add up to the 60 points. But then if you want, you can do extra credit. But the extra credit is something that you have to turn in ahead of time, and I'm not going to allow makeup work. The reason is because there's extra credit for every single module. I don't want you to do it all at the end. And I designed the extra credit as a way to help you. Is all of the extra credit assignments are not like extra work. They're like work that help you go into things more deeply in a more creative way as a way to process the information on a different level so that you can do well on the lecture test. So I know a lot of you don't like these timed lecture tests, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, if we do a couple of assignments where they process them on their own time and they use their own creativity and they're really thinking about it, then that's going to help encode the material. And two, they already know they have the points, so they don't have to get all worked up about like, oh, what if I don't do well on the test, because you have those extra points as a cushion. All right, well, I don't like to talk for long periods of time, so I think that I'm going to end it here, but each module is like, kind of has like a few creative extra credit projects, probably some time test, probably some untimed test, and then these little lectures here. I'm pretty good about getting back to you guys for email, so if you have any questions, just email me and I'll get right back to you. Like, I need 24 hours because I do most of my email work in the morning, but I usually do get right back to you. Well, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that this video helps a little bit. Okay, bye!